Hi, folks. Today I want to talk to you about vision. And it ties into something that I also want to do. I was telling Frederica, who is someone that I've met through Facebook, who makes money doing blogs and a lot of online content. So if you're interested in learning how to make money doing that, I'm going to put his link down here again, like I put everything else, so that you'll be able to connect with him as well as myself on some of the information we share. But I want to talk about vision. The story I want to tell you is how I beat Lucent Technology, a multi-billion-dollar company, at their own game. Me, little old me. Now, back in 1999, 2000, somewhere in the neighborhood, I took a job at Lucent as what they call a sales engineer. What a sales engineer does is he brings the technical support for all the sales associates out there that are selling data services to all the companies. We basically are the brains of the deal. We configure everything and make it happen for you. Which is also how I ended up getting into the sales division and becoming a salesperson myself. Because why am I helping these guys who are making more money than me and have more fun than me, and I'm sitting in a little cubicle somewhere drawing specs and everything. But anyway, whole nother story. How I beat Lucent. In my day-to-day going to sales meeting with all the different salespeople, I noticed a few things and my eyes were open. Now, it was a good job. I mean, I potentially could make $65,000 a year with this job. I wasn't broke. I just wasn't happy. I just felt like I was younger. I could do more of my life. I mean, is this it? Am I just going to be some guy drawing specs on whiteboards and for the rest of my days? And I didn't see myself doing that. But anyway, I looked at Lucent as a company, and I particularly paid attention to what they call their business division, and they sold data services as well as phone systems and things like that, which happened to be my specialty. And I kept looking, and I was like, wow, it's interesting how these company does business. I mean, they're a national brand, but at the end of the day, they basically subcontract all this work out. And beyond having the piece that actually acquires the jobs, which is the sales division, they really didn't have a whole lot of infrastructure out there. They just had people that basically were subcontractors that had the company logo on their vans or trucks or whatever, but they didn't actually work for Lucent. Now, I want you to remember that because a lot of companies are set up this way. So I decided, what are they really giving me? I mean, I got a cubicle, I got a phone, I got some business cards, whoopie-doo. Meanwhile, the sales guys are making $100,000, $150,000 a year, and I'm the guy closing the deals for them, because at the end of the day, you got to be two ITs talking to figure out what you need to do and how to make it work. And the money guys, which are usually the managers, CEOs, whatever the case may be, business owners, whatever they are, their decision rests with their IT person. If he gives it a thumbs up, it's a done deal. That's just the way it is. Now, I noticed that and I said, a person could probably come along and scale this down just a little bit, and can make a pretty decent living at it. So I took the exact business model that Lucent had and had grown into this billion-dollar corporation, and I made it down and condensed it down to where it would work for little old me. And the first two deals I sold for about $70-something thousand combined. I think it was, each one was like $33,000, whatever the case may be. But I ended up pocketing that money because what I also discovered was that at that time, Lucent, who is now Avaya, they have a lot of they're so successful that they have equipment all out there in what's called a gray market. Now, gray market is a guy like you and me. We can go to a gray market vendor, buy that same exact equipment that a dealer would have to pay for, actually pays more money for, because he has an exclusive agreement with Lucent itself. So what I did is I went out sold a couple deals, used my own pocket money, whipped out my credit card, bought the stuff, uh, put together some technical people to go out and do the install. They were subcontractors anyway, and I had a big long list that happened to come up missing with Lucent. I used that gave me everybody's name nationwide who was authorized as a subcontractor for Lucent. And that's how I beat them at their own game. I actually sold the equipment, bought the equipment from somebody else, had it installed by a subcontractor, and the rest is history. Now, the name of my company at that time was called Verticom. Now, there's still some Verticoms out there. I eventually sold that off to another guy who's now Marketing Service Group Incorporated. But anyway, that was just how I beat Lucent at their own game. And that ties into vision. I had a vision that I could do the same job I'm doing right now, but get paid what I'm worth instead of what somebody else said I'm worth. And just to let you know what the difference was, with Lucent, the most I could have made a year was probably about $65,000, which wasn't bad money in 2000. But doing it myself, my first month, I had made $64,000, and I was, eventually, Verticom became a technical consulting group. I had 50 employees. We sold millions of dollars of equipment every month. So, like I said, the rest is history. And I say that to say this, that to be an entrepreneur, to truly be a person that works for themselves, you've got to look at the world in a different way. You can't look at it as a person who's happy working a job 9 to 5, punching a clock, going home, watching TV. It doesn't work that way. You got to look at it and say, hey, is there enough room, enough space in this particular niche for me? If the answer is yes, then go for it. Now, that's my Lucent story. Don't want to take up a whole lot of time because I can be real winded, but hope you're enjoying these videos. And tomorrow I'll come back with what I kind of wanted to do, which was to stay focused with how to bring leads into your online business. But that's for tomorrow. See you later.